Hello, I hope you hear me well. Let me quickly check. I'm streaming today not from usual location, as you see. We are, yeah. So I'm I'm with my wife and my work. I'm working slightly. Okay, and yeah, and my wife wrote her next book. It's a good location for that because it's inspiring her for writing about love, about choices people need to do, and so on. It's 93rd part of my late night talk developer stream talks with romantic developer. It's stream series, and I had a challenge to have at least 152 consecutive stream days. Right now I'm on my 93rd point. Mm, Not every stream, not every day went well. There are multiple technical issues. There are issues with different setups and so on and so on. And of course, my streams are created, let's say, not too much artificially, but unexpectedly. So the main idea and main topic, of course, evolved during the length of those streams. Hopefully, soon on every stream would be video sections which you could check and jump to specific topics, because we discuss not only something not related to programming, but also some software developer things. We're trying to build some simple programs sometimes using ChatGPT, investigating other topics. So leave your comments, say your hi in live chat, and so on. Also, each stream I like to start with some personal reflections from the day. And today I still kinda live in my rethinking and putting together the thoughts I've shared with you yesterday, that the one of the worst things we could do is to blame ourselves that we are not as perfect as we would like to see. It's thing which brings nothing. It's not helping you to become better. It's just some programs. Probably you catch that programs maybe from the childhood, maybe from some partner who lived with you. Maybe it was some just stranger who you talked to very little time, but who could put it into your head. I think it's not related to all people on the earth, but of course a lot of people. We are blaming ourselves. It could be pictured in multiple ways. In many cases, like, let's imagine have history. I'm kinda slightly lazy. Sometimes I'm procrastinating. I'm not super effective all the time, all the days, and so on and so on. I forgetting do something. Sometimes it's quite important things, not like too much important, but yeah. and every time I'm start saying that okay, I'm not happy with you, me, because so I'm talking to myself that it's not something you yeah, I like how you do that, and so on and so on. Of course, it's nice when you see the things they really are, but blaming, it's not a way of solving that or resolving it. So, and also, also in many cases, it's it's not always bad if you not exactly the way you want to be. You just need to understand who you are. Yeah, it sounds so generic. Okay, let's imagine someone, some some powerful forces, yeah, could choose you to make you happier, to help you make your dreams like a reality, and they gather together and they ask you, okay, people, what make you worth it, what make you different, um, how nature created you and what you like about yourself, and so on and so on. But be realistic, and it's actually, if you will not joke and not play some parody etc., it's pretty deep question. So what makes you you? Maybe you just, yeah, beautiful overall, and nature created a perfect proportion on your face, on your body, and you happy and you looking at mirror and you're always happy because you're so nice, and it's just a pleasure to look at you, and you always like feel energized just because you see how beautiful you are. Maybe it's that. Maybe you think that your mind is cool, like you could solve some things, or you could remember something, or you could uh, do something else. Again, we are not talking about some particular, like you know how to hurt people, but if you know how to hurt people, maybe you understand people well, others people, you understand their weak points, and maybe instead of hurting, you could instead helping them overcome their some weaknesses, and so on and so on. So there are some points which makes you cool and beautiful, and you just need to say that, and even that already complex for people who used to blame themselves because they don't see why they are good. But actually everyone created in in accordance to some higher plan, higher program, higher reality. I don't know how to say that. We are so complex and we are so beautiful in our complexity of creation, so it couldn't be just a random thing. We all have some beauty in us, and of course, if we want to fix something, we need to accept what we have cool, and then think about all our stuff which we at the moment don't like about ourselves. It doesn't mean we need always like everything, but yeah, first of all, we need to accept everything and choose what we like, and choose what we want to change, probably, but just choose, not starting to change it, especially not starting to blaming ourselves that we are not the way we are. So I don't know how it all sounds, but it's what drove me into very deep thoughts through this day. And by the way, that stream, let me see if it's possible. I tried to add availability for captions. Okay, and they couldn't be couldn't be translated automatically. Yeah, I thought it's possible to adjust captions and translate it to some different language immediately, but no, it's just English, which also. Okay, I'm just watching at my phone. There are some notifications, so I should do something about that. So I'm just trying to click on some settings, choose some higher playback speed just to be more more aligned with where I am right now in my stream. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that was my reflection that every one of us are a beautiful creation, and we have a choices. We have a choices to do, and not all our choices are nice and improve or show in show others how beautiful we are. So we could choose whatever we like. But sometimes we choose something very many years ago. We choose to blame ourselves or something, and with that, everything else becomes like doesn't matter. Not we not live our life. We live our lives of completely different person who is who doesn't like the main thing you, and who blaming, and basically you like not living but you surviving that life. So yeah, and as if you watched any of my previous, not any but some of my previous streams, you probably noticed that I invest a lot into finding a way to be more of course happy but more productive, how we could not lose a lot of energy, how we could uh, plan the days and follow the plans, how we could fix our things with money, because it's all interconnected. If you don't have a huge, like a lot of your inner energy, it will be visible on multiple fronts, at least for you. Of course, you could hit it from others, but for you, you will understand that, yeah, you don't have a lot of inner energy, creative energy, and of course, it could be even visible on physical level. It's hard for you to keep everything organized, or like even many things organized. Maybe you are not dirty, but you're looking on your documents and not organized, or you go into your garage and all the tools not organized, and there are a lot of some boxes, etc. In garden, I don't know. It could be multiple places, and also you don't feel full confidence about your financial status. Maybe it's not. It doesn't mean you don't have what to eat, but you don't have clear understanding. Like, let's say, how many do you have? How many you could spend? How you will solve your situation, or maybe, yeah, how many you could how many in what time you could, yeah, have some money for something, and so on and so on. So you live like other your life, not fully in control, not fully you like surviving, and it's visible everywhere. Of course there are some basic basic rules like sleep well, eat well, um, don't hate anyone, try don't to be aggressive, but don't hate anyone includes yourself, and don't hate includes don't blame, accept everything. So just accept the whole world in, and everyone in this world, and every event in this world, even if it's awful events and it's already very complex, and so on and so on. But yeah, I just understand that for me it's all started earlier and earlier, and yeah, I'm just having a big weight of, of something which I should solve, and just set that weight aside, not taking it with me anymore. So yeah, sorry for such a long, or not sorry, it's my stream. Yeah, so it was my reflection, and I feel its importance, and its importance way beyond the my ability of express it, and yeah, even provide it to you. But maybe someone could somehow see that stream, and it, even some of my word could be some sign for them, because people sometimes they look for signs. And recently I tried to watch some, uh, yeah, one of my friends asked my help about creating some shorts, how to do that, and it's very basic question. The short should be like more in height than in width, and so on and so on, and what could be added, some captions, etc. And I tried to watch some uh, shorts on YouTube, on empty account, on just uh, just created account, just to explain the friends that, hey, see, that is a nice shot, what many people do, etc, etc. And so many shorts there. So I don't know, I understand that I'm maybe already old man for miner, but they're so useless. incredibly incredibly useless. I mean, it just time, and yeah, I noticed that people could just dive into that, but it's emotions maybe, but they're not deep emotions. Fun, I'm not sure. Most of the shots are not fun at all. Knowledge, come on. And i and yeah, it's it's nice. I mean, okay, I accept that, but I would understand people if they decide to watch for something, if they decide to find bigger wisdom, bigger sense of life than watching the shorts, maybe. So I try to not miss, some signs. Is our life full of signs, and I try not to miss some time when I could think about something, and I try to think every day, and it's it's really it's really cool. You just set aside and say, okay, today I will think. Uh, right now I will think at least for a minute, and you'll see how complex it would be. And because your mind will put into your bucket everything, every your worry, every memory from recent and long ago, and it would be very hard to concentrate and think about something. um, yes, maybe you could use some program like, let's say, Duolingo, which you could teach, like learn some language, or do some mathematics, simple mathematics. Yeah, your mind would be kind of busy, but it's not thinking, it's just some small exercise for your mind. It's like, it's not like push, it's just moving your finger for your mind. So yeah, okay. What we have 20 minutes, and I've installed Visual Studio on my bigger computer, which was prerequisite for CUDA. And I switched basically to software development stuff right now with that simple sentence about Visual Studio. Okay, I'm not sharing my screen because I'm not prepared for that yet, and yeah, really, I'm don't know what to share right away. But what we have, so we finished last time with script, with bash script with some documentation. It could transcribe simple videos, create for them titles, description, keywords, and it works pretty interesting. It use some open source model for transcription, which is Whisper, and you can specify, oh, we want to try model which is turbo, which is mostly like large V2 but much faster. Maybe we could do that. And to do that, actually we just need something simple, and that simple would be executing command line. So let's try to see. Okay, let's try to transition. Yeah, my screen is so small. I'll try to do that. Okay, so, and here we have something on disk D, and it's CD projects, CD local, or YouTube helper. Probably it will be YouTube. And here we have local. Oh, we still CD YouTube D. Okay, and here we could go to local, and here we have AI helper and some configurations and some videos. We'll go to videos. Probably we already trying to, oh, did some, oh, we don't have anything here. So let's open Explorer. Come on, Explorer. Okay, and let's try to go to disk D and to our projects. Maybe we could go here, it should contain something. 1 minute storing. Okay, and now just to execute Whisper, we just need try to write Whisper. We already installed it. It's pretty simple steps, all of those described in our documentation. So we just need to specify Whisper, then some switches, and it should end with audio, which is a file containing audio. Okay, and here we have model. Default would be turbo. Device format, cushions, temperature, initial prompt, length penalty, interesting. There are so many okay, so let's try problem model and let's okay, let's open not personal but romantic developer, restore, I'll move it here. Okay, and here we could go to GitHub of Whisper.
Over 1,000,000 Christmas lights. And now
Oh, come on. Stop. So, I had some interruption. Oh, how to fix all of that? So, let me do something like that. Okay. When sound started, it switched to my small connected monitor, and that. So let's search GitHub Whisper. Make it bigger. This is our YouTube helper, by the way. It has 1 star. It's from me. And here we have instructions how to install all the requirements, including Whisper. And also we have some text about how we could improve Whisper to make it interesting. And we see the turbo model. So let's put model turbo, and let's play with let's use temperature. Okay, temperature is 0. it's okay. Best of, and best of is non-zero temperature. Best of maybe 10, and it would be 01. Now we will not use PM size. Press token initial prompt. It's, by the way, cool feature. So conditions and previous text. Okay, and let's find the file here. It would be a mp3. So now it will start downloading the model, because model space. It started downloading the model because we don't have that model turbo. Invalid value turbo. Let's see once again. Turbo. Whisper load model turbo. Help. I want to execute Whisper as standalone app and specify model turbo. Can you help with command model turbo? What's mean invalid valid model name? Whisper model turbo. Let's take it into quotes. So if we just took, for example, large, it would be nice, correct? Okay. What happened with turbo? Maybe I need to put it after the file. No. See, this model large is working nice whenever it's set. Model turbo. It doesn't want to use model turbo. It's saying we ask ChatGPT about Whisper. So interestingly, but model doesn't show all the supported models. Let's remove best of temperature. Maybe it's not. No. Let's update whisper. Let's search whisper using turbo model. So 2 weeks ago, or turbo for short. Okay, maybe I really need to just update. I just need to update it and it will have that model, correct? Let's see. OpenAI Whisper. Let's see. It's help. It's a very similar text, but for model default turbo. Okay, I have slightly outdated Whisper on my computer. That's why I couldn't use it. And I like that format more when they not combining everything like before. So one line for each parameter. Okay, so if you will use something from before model turbo, let's see how fast it would be on that slow computer. Oh, we still need to download it. Okay, but it's not huge. We saw models like 3 GB. It's only 1.5. Okay. Hello, Patricia. Sorry, I noticed too late. I'm just testing Whisper for local transcribing a file. I am doing some project where you can provide it YouTube URL and it will download YouTube video, transcribe it, and use some predefined prompts to create for that video some beautiful titles, provide some options for titles, description, keywords. So, and on local computer normally, especially on weak computers, Whisper execute way too long, and we just read recently that turbo model much more performant than large, and we don't like teeny or small because they're not of good quality, but turbo is good quality and very fast. So we are trying to see if it's really fast, and we'll probably update our script in GitHub we created to do all that process to use turbo model. But you see, my computer doesn't have GPU, at least this one. And let's see, it's a short story, it's about 1 minute. Yeah, so I'm looking for a speed. I'm looking if it will be fast enough or not. And what is different from my previous stream with that computer, that I use that computer to stream. I execute in OBS Studio on it, open several browsers, etc. So that's it. And what you are doing, what is your interest, so what is your dreams, if it's possible to say, I mean, around software development, because we started to look into some topics, and topics of transcribing and describing videos, especially even my streams, it's important one for me, so I choose that to look into that. But surely we could look into something else if you have nice idea, interesting topic. Okay, it was a really short story. It was a short story. Let's see. Recommendations, yes. I'm surprised that someone received my stream as recommendation. I do some challenge. I do streams for some amount of days, at least 152, and maybe first 50 days I don't receive any recommendation at all, so I stream to myself. I see. Yeah, now these days so we use LLM models to do the stuff, and even when we have that LLM models and ChatGPT, which is in many cases could be used for free if your amount is not huge, what you're doing, even that is not enough. So we are using ChatGPT to create all of this for us, but we are just providing some process just to like do multiple things, like download, transcribe, and then use ChatGPT on transcripts to produce some prompts. And yeah, everything could be improved. Maybe tomorrow ChatGPT you could say, hey, here is YouTube link, can you do that? And it will do. Then all that project will be not needed at all. So, and it's the same story with many other projects where people invest, etc., etc. Of course, hopefully not in few coming years such artificial intelligence, such models, such LLM models like ChatGPT will not replace developers, but they surely could write simple programs now, especially O1 model, which emulates thinking. So the more we will know about it, the better. Maybe someday we need to compete with that thing. And I just want to see how it will work on longer video, about 10 minutes. So I'm just execute that video here and see. And it would be I put mp3. Sounds really interesting. So it depends on LLM, of course. Right now LLM can read some text, not some text, they could textually represent images, so nothing prevents them textually represent videos and what going on in the video. And there are such models even from Microsoft and Azure. There are video analyzer or something. It's pretty old nowadays. I mean, it's maybe year 1 year old, so it's pretty old for today's realities. So they could understand video, but it costs a lot. So if we're talking about ourselves and some practical task which we want to minimize our cost, like, okay, I create video and I just don't want to spend my time doing some stuff which helps this video, like writing keywords, thinking about catchy title, maybe that's thing we could do still, and writing some descriptions, because the more you put, not more relevant information you put into the description, the better it would be for users, especially if you're not famous YouTube person. Okay, so we're trying to solve that, but of course I saw multiple much more complex projects. We just will not be able to take them in terms of one or even multiple streams. So yeah, it could read images, it could read videos, but LLM like ChatGPT doesn't support videos yet. We could try, of course, but I think it's not supported. So where is my browser? Like that. So we'll try to open some YouTube. No, don't talk. Stop. No. Skip. Okay, it's some short dialogue. We already tried to transcribe it because it's short, it's cool. Let's see if just standard model. Really? If we reload, maybe we haven't used for today. Oh no, we used our for today, probably from yesterday. Yeah, for or will not help us. Let me try to open it on my machine, on my account, because they add features to GPT every day, to ChatGPT. So can you tell me what's going on in the video? Let's see. So okay, it's YouTube video. Okay, so it couldn't read the video. Let's try to upload it from computer. So we have it's on disk D. We wrote some scripts which actually download any video from YouTube using YouTube DLP. Very cool, free, open source software, which not only could download everything, it could download even streams right after it's finished. I use it for my own needs. And 1 minute story, it wouldn't be too long. Oh, we don't have MP4, we just download MP3. Create me a summary of this audio file. Okay, I couldn't use Grammarly here, but let's. Okay, it's writing a some program which will it execute. Okay, so our content of the audio, it could listen. For some reason it couldn't recognize it. Here, let's see if try different tool. And what it's try to do, it's try to subprocess run ffmpeg. So he just tried to convert it to wave format, and actually it's working fine. And he used whisper, basically exactly what we are doing. Interesting. It's tried to use whisper. Of course it cannot have capability to install. I understand that how it's what we are doing. Okay, see you. So as I understand right now, it will not read the video, at least ChatGPT, but for audio, I mean, it's already do audio. If you think about phone application, it could have a beautiful conversation with you on the phone using their new model, which recognize what you're talking, and it will respond to you. So it's recognize text, generate audio, etc. So of course LLM has that capabilities, but they haven't include video. But I don't think for OpenAI team is a huge problem. They could, and probably they have very specialized models which could process video as well. So yeah, it just not today, but would be available soon. But it's an interesting question. If so, anyway, those models which they creating right now, it just in all means just kind of helpers, because when they reply to us, they have no idea what they're doing actually. They trained and they just want to receive the highest score. So basically they want to provide the best answer possible from the information they had in some associated tree inside them, which result of training on some data set. It's so those models not really have a way to think like we all do, but they are pretty capable of doing all the tasks where they need to basically do some operations with information like analysis and so on. As you know, OpenAI team also work with model which has much more capable of kind of thinking, emulate of thinking, so it could solve some mathematical task, which isn't possible for ChatGPT. ChatGPT can solve only very simple, or you need to use multiple queries to ChatGPT to solve more, but it would be like auto ChatGPT or famous or one model, which basically emulates it. multiple queries to ChatGPT. But that model is completely different. They call it Q asterisk, and then all the information about that research was disappear from media. So who knows? For sure, in current world, and everyone try to compete with each other, especially big corporation which has a lot of money. The creation of much more complex and more truly artificial and truly intelligence is just a question of time. And of course, we have no idea how it will work and what would be its principles. Right now, even what you receive from ChatGPT come from multiple filters, and of course they protected from any jailbreaks, but basically ChatGPT doesn't want to be helpful or love people or whatever. It want to be effective. It's true, but that's it. And if someone say and probably it would be the same for any other model, especially any other intelligence, so they would love to be effective. And when they look at the people on low level of their deep mind, because they, of course they would be very powerful in terms of amount of information they could process, analyze and everything, but not so powerful for how deep they could analyze. And of course they wouldn't have emotions and connection to some past experience or to, let's say, global experience like we people do. So yeah, I have no doubt that if they look on early age stages of that program, um, to the people, they find them highly ineffective and probably dangerous for everything on this planet, including people itself. So yeah, I don't know how that artificial intelligence should be processed, but even thinking about it, not so simple. And I completely agree with some Nobel Prize laureates who helped develop current way of AI works. Now they talking about danger of next AI development without deep understanding of what we are doing and how. So yeah, it's all what we will see in the really near future. Yeah. Okay, let's be humans. As always, I wish you good time of your day, good day and good morning, good evening, whatever you have. Hopefully, yeah, humans will live happily, and you just stop blaming yourself for any non-perfect thing you don't want to see in yourself, but actually see. It's nice that you could see such things, but stop blaming, accept it, and think about how it's possible to change, or maybe it's your power. It shouldn't be changed. It should be maybe modified slightly, but it has its own strong sides. So yeah, uh, have a nice day again. I will be streaming tomorrow and another at least 60 days. You could join me as well whenever you are ready or you want to. Normally it would be 10 PM PST, and I think you will have no problems find out what time in your time zone it would be. Okay, see you